Hi. So, I just had to restart this video because I just ranted and raved for about a long time and I couldn't get to the point. So, what this video is talking about mental disorders. Now, let's put into context. Depression is a mental disorder that can be treated. Not cured, but treated. Anxiety is a mental disorder that can be treated but not cured. PTSD, treated, not cured. The reason why I'm bringing up this as a topic right now is because there are diseases, mental disorders that can be treated, but when someone's seeking help, we shoo them away. Let's talk about gender dysphoria. Now, before anyone gets on my ass about gender dysphoria, let me talk. When somebody who does not experience gender dysphoria comes out as transgender, you are hurting the transgender community. You are not transgender if you do not experience gender dysphoria. You are just trying to fit in with the trends, whether you like to admit it or not. If you do not experience dysphoria with your body, like if you're born a male with a penis and you do not feel, you feel okay with it, but you classify yourself as, I bleached my pantses. And you classify yourself as transgender, but you say no. And someone asks, oh, do you have dysphoria? And you say no. You're dumb. You're ignorant. You cannot have dysphoria and not be, okay. If you cannot be diagnosed with dysphoria, you are not transgender. If you do not have any dysphoric relation with your body, you are not transgender. How do I say this without being an asshole? When you classify yourself as transgender, but you do not experience dysphoria, you make people who are transgender, you make it look like a choice. It is not a choice. And when you say, oh no, I just don't feel like a guy. Because I was born a guy, but I don't feel like a guy. Like, I don't feel any dysphoria towards my body, but I just think I'm a female. But I don't have a female brain, but I'm gonna classify myself as a female. And before someone calls me transphobic, shut the fuck up. No, I'm not. I have trans friends. I dated two trans people. Male to female, female to male. Female to male, she was a bitch. Because I don't think she was fucking transgender at the end. That shit pissed me off. Not because she wasn't transgender, because she lied. Da-na-na-na, and cheated on me. And she still goes by she, even though she says she's a he. And she's okay with being called a she. Well, she can be agender. Yeah, she can, but she classifies herself as a he, but still calls herself a she. So, it's kind of confusing. But I don't talk to her anymore because she's a dumb bitch. The reason why I keep calling her a she is because I don't believe that she's an actual transgender person. Now, the female that I dated, I classify her as a her because she identifies as a she, and has for the last, how old is she now? She's like 24. She told me that she realized she was in the wrong body when she was about 10 years old. So when she was very young, she started wearing dresses. And she is a very pretty woman. Anyway. I'm just gonna call her Amanda, the girl to Mel, but she still calls herself a she. She makes people who are transgender look like idiots when they say it's not a choice. Because she's choosing to identify as transgender, but she's not actually transgender. And you can't be transgender without gender dysphoria. Sorry, not sorry. Not really, I'm not sorry about that. And if you really think that there is a way, show me the way. Other than I feel like it. Because it's not just a feeling one day or the next. It's a feeling of the rest of your life that you were born in the wrong body and have the wrong brain for your body. Because you can't really, I mean, for stem cells, you can. You can't really change your dysphoria. And you can't stop your dysphoria unless you have stem cells. Stem cells can actually help with that if you want to actually be your born body and with your brain, have your brain be with your born body. I'm not a neuroscientist or whatever it is to do with all that junk. Stem cells. Okay, on to the next mental disorder. I don't want to get too off topic because I already know I am. I'm going into my rants. I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to take a drink. Agua. Let's get onto the topic of addiction. The reason why I want to talk about this topic is because I saw a post posted by one of my sisters, I'm not going to name names, where she shared a post about how addiction is not a disease. It is. And before anyone argues with me, I'm going to tell you what her post said. Her post says something along the lines, addiction, or y'all be killing me with this addiction is a disease bull crap. If addiction was a disease, why don't y'all go out and catch yourself crackhead, like how you catch a cold. It pissed me off because I study a lot of mental brain-ish junk mabob. And addiction is a serious disease that a lot of people realize they have, but because of the fact of posts like that and people not seeing it as a real mental disorder and a real thing that can be helped, people don't seek help. Now, I have another who drinks a lot and she takes medication that she's not prescribed. And it scares me because I grew up with my mom, my aunts, my uncles, and my dad, aunts and uncles on both mom and dad's side. We're all, God damn it, we're all addicted to some kind of substance. Now, I don't really associate with my dad's side of my family because of reasons I don't really want to get into in this video. But the majority of my dad's side died due to drugs, overdoses, and junk like that. And it's because of the mentality of being addicted isn't a disease. If it's not a fucking disease, why are there rehabilitation centers for it? That's addicted, she won't admit to it, to substances that are very addictive, like drugs that are prescribed, that can be prescribed but are not prescribed to her. Alcohol, and she mixes the two, which is very dangerous with the two that she does it with. And it scares me every fucking day knowing that she is. And I do have my own shit going on, but whenever I think of my family and the stuff that they go through, I get upset. And sometimes it actually makes me shut down because that's what I do when I get overwhelmed. I shut down and get sent to the psych ward. I'm so sorry about that. Addiction is a disease. And just like classifying yourself as transgender when you don't have dysphoria, saying addiction is not a disease makes it hard for people to get the help they need. And it causes more harm than good. And it pissed me off so much when I saw that my sister, who has the same experiences as my other sisters and I, shared this. And when you say something that is a disease is not a disease, and there's help for people who are seeking help out there, and you downplay it, you are literally telling people they don't need to get help. And when you downplay it, you're like, oh, grow the fuck up. It makes people not want to get help. And I don't understand how that's so hard to comprehend for some people. Before I go into another rampage, the next disease, mental disorder, I want to talk about, which I know is probably going to get me a lot of hate, but it's something that I think should be talked about because it is a serious issue, even in America. Hold on, let me sort this out so I can put this over here. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm very scared to talk about this because of what it is. And I know that it's something that needs to be talked about because not many people talk about it for what it is as a mental disorder. People are going to think I am one of these people, but I am not. I am not a supporter of people who act on this. Okay, why am I beating around the bush? I'm gonna say it anyway. Pedophilia is a mental disorder. It is a disease, and it is something people are sick with. They don't want these urges. They do not desire to have these urges. They are taught from a young age, the majority of them are taught from a young age that it is wrong. And with a lot of mental disorders, it can be nature versus nurture. And people who are plagued with pedophilia don't seek the help they need until it's too late. And I get into arguments with my boyfriend about this a lot because, and I quote you, you can't classify it as a mental disorder even though it is a mental disorder. I can't classify something as what it is. That's basically what people do when it comes to the topic of pedophilia. They don't classify it for what it is. Pedophilia is a mental disorder. And just like what I talked about in the past about addiction. Telling people that it's not a disease is stopping people from getting help. And it's making the matter worse. So if somebody comes up to you explaining that they are a pedophile and they have pedophile urges, find a fucking therapist for them. Don't just be pissed off at them, because if they have not acted upon what they feel, they technically are not in the wrong for how they feel, because they cannot control how they feel. As long as they don't seek out child pornography, as long as they don't seek out children and they don't rape young children or older children, if they don't go after people who are 18 or younger, and they don't rape anyone at all, they did nothing wrong in their eyes. It's just something, they are attracted to young children. And I'm going to explain this in a way that I hope a lot of people can understand, because I do not condone people acting upon the urge of pedophilia. I don't condone it at all. And I'm sorry if you took that away from what I just said, as that's what I do, but it's not. I condone people who suffer from pedophilia to seek help. If you suffer from pedophilia, I encourage you to seek help, because it's something you need. If you are attracted to young children, please seek a therapist or a psychiatrist. Someone can help you, because you can receive treatment. You can, because there is treatment. There is no cure. Just like every other mental disorders thus far, there is no cure yet, other than maybe stem cells, but I don't know how far along that is right now, because here in America, we don't allow it, because we're so gung-ho up God's ass that we don't want aborted babies helping us further human health, because it's playing God. Well, I'm sorry, Karen. I don't want my mom to die of cancer, so I'm going to take that aborted baby that's already been aborted and help my mom. You got it? My mom doesn't have cancer. I'm just using it as an example, okay? But stem cell research, as far as I know right now, in this current hour of the day, is illegal in America. Because of Christians. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's all I have for this video. And do note, if you suffer from addiction, dysphoria, or even okay, before I continue this, I just thought of something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you suffer from pedophilia, but you are not a part of the LGBTQ plus community. I'm sorry, no. Because the LGBTQ plus community does not, no. Like, we're not cougar plus either. Like, no. I'm sorry. Not happening. We don't accept you. Like, not as that. Like, we accept you as a human if you seek help. That is all. That's all I have for you guys today. So have a beautiful day, night, morning, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.